Hi, Jeroen.
Hi.
Can you tell us something about your background and how you get started in the coffee business?
Um, we started this company 13 years ago, um, together with my wife, and at that time we opened up a local specialty coffee bar. Um, we didn't roast coffee at that time, but we acquired coffee via different roasteries throughout Europe. It was totally different time by then. People were less familiar with specialty coffee also. Um, from the small specialty coffee bar, we developed further. We opened a second location, uh, and then the desire came up uh, to dive deeper into coffee and start roasting our own coffee. So initially we start roasting for our own cafe location, uh, and slowly start selling to consumers and to wholesale partners, and that brought us where we are now. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Um, what is your roasting process like and how do you ensure quality and consistency in your coffee?
We roast and we follow several steps in quality control. Uh, every roast can be different, either because of the environment, um, because of the bean. So we constantly measure the output. Uh, either it's the color of the roasting, we analyze the temperature development of the roasting, and at the end we check every batch of coffee by tasting it.
How do you source your coffee beans and what factors do you consider when you're selecting them?
We source our coffee via different ways. Important is that we source our coffee as direct as possible, so as close to the source, to have a more transparent uh, trade. It's either we source our coffee directly via the producer, or via an exporting company. In some cases, we have partners here in Europe which help us with our supply. For us, it's important that we have an understanding of the value chain, uh, also how the producer is working in terms of ecological sustainability, um, and of course, like the primary part is like how is the cup tasting and the cup quality.
Perfect. Um, can you describe the flavor profile of some of your most popular coffees?
Uh, Yeah, it can go two ways. It's either it's funky and fruity, uh, but I believe the majority of our consumers really love that dense, chocolatey, sweet kind of coffees. Yeah.
How do you work to ensure that your coffee is ethically and sustainable sourced?
Yeah, it will still come down to trust, of course. Uh, we know the partners well with which we work with, because we work as direct as possible. Uh, we have a better understanding of all the steps in between, um, and also it comes also to asking the right questions to the right person. Yeah.
Um, can you tell us about any new innovating roasting techniques or technologies that you are currently experimenting with?
Yeah, we just invested in a new roasting machine. That's a good example, I believe. Uh, it's a machine which lowers our emission, so better clean air, lower fossil fuel, so more efficient roasting, and more possibilities for automation and working more accurate.
How do you stay up to date with the latest trends and developments in the coffee industry?
Uh, I think the most important thing is that you always look ahead. So we try to act now, but we look forward. That's important, and we just try things like we try new kind of equipment. We continuously trial new processes. Sometimes it's a failure, and sometimes it brings us further.
Can you describe a particular memorable experience you've had with coffee, whether it be a specific bean or roast or moment in time?
Now maybe it was the first time that I roast my own coffee myself. So I started just working behind my own coffee bar, behind the bar as a barista, and working with different kind of beans from different origins, different roasteries, and then for me it was like sort of a dream to roast the coffee myself. So yeah, maybe the first time I roast myself and brewed my own espresso from that coffee. Yeah.
Finally, can you share with us your favorite coffee brewing method and why you prefer it?
I believe that would be a filter brewing. I usually do the V60. Uh, filter brewing for me is maybe shows the best way what the coffee can taste like. Maybe it's the best translation of the bean in a brew. Yeah.
Thank you very much for the interview.
Thanks.